हरि ओम्। आपादमौलिपर्यन्तां गुरूणामाकृतिं स्मरेत् तेन विघ्नप्रणश्यन्ति सिद्धन्ति च मनोरथः। लक्ष्मीं तनोतु लक्ष्मीं तनोतु नितरामितरानपेक्षमङ्घ्रिद्वयं निगमशाकिष्ठा प्रवालं हैरम्बमम्बुरुहडम्बरचौर्यनिघ्नं विघ्नाद्रिभेदशतधारधुरन्धरं नः। Welcome to the second verse of Sri Rama Gita. This is the Bhāvārtha session. So we started with the first verse. And in the first verse, we learned that Mahadeva, this is the Mahadeva Uvacha. So this is the response that Mahadeva is giving to Parvati Devi. As a reply to her query, what did Rama do after Sita's exile? So thereafter, that Tato Jagan Mangala Mangalatmana. So Rama, he is described that way. We learned that he is Ramate Sarva Bhuteshu Sthavareshu Chareshu Cha. That is Rama. So that is the reason he is Jagan Mangala Mangalatmana. We go to the second verse now. Saumitrina Prishta Udara Buddhina Ramah Kathah Praha Puratani Shubhaha Rajñah Pramattasya Nrigasya Shapatah Dvijasya Tiryaktvamathaha Raghavah Saumitrina Prishta Udara Buddhina Ramah Kathah Praha Puratani Shubhaha Rajñah Pramattasya Nrigasya Shapatah Dvijasya Tiryaktvamathaha Raghavah. So in the second verse, we continue thereafter. Rama, how did he live his life like a Rajarshi? From that point onwards, we have reached a state where Saumitrina is Sumitra's son. That is Lakshmana. Raja Dasharatha had three wives, Kausalya, Sumitra, and Kaikeyi. Rama is Kausalya's son, and Lakshmana is Sumitra's son. So therefore, Lakshmana is also called as Saumitrina. So Saumitrina, he has been waiting for the opportune moment. I've already given the preface where Rama as a king, when he gives the order to escort Sita Devi to Vanavasa, Lakshmana does not question it. Rather, he completes that order and he's waiting. And then now he's getting his opportunity. He's getting that opportunity. Now, after that point of time, what has happened? There were conversations between Rama and Lakshmana. But Lakshmana is in a state of depression because he had spent 14 years with Rama and Sita, and he has seen that Sita has been put to various different kinds of tribulations she had to go through. There was no fault of hers, yet she had to suffer. So looking at her that way, he feels very bad for her, and he feels that if there is a God, why do we think of him only when he's questioning, right? Why is she subjected to these kind of sufferings, this kind of pain? So then he's thinking, how can God be so cruel, etc. That thought is coming into his head, and he gets into a philosophical mode where he thinks, when we were in the palace, when we were living a luxurious life as princes, we never thought of the higher power. But somehow, when we are put into these kind of tribulations, we are asking, we are seeking this question: how come God, if He exists, why is He so cruel? What is it, etc. These kind of, there is a popular saying in Kannada. Sankata bandaga Venkataramana. We only think of God when we are when we are subjected to some kind of trouble. So all these thoughts come into his head. So he doesn't directly ask or question Rama, but rather he is going through a very methodical way, and he's asking Rama philosophically, how come we think about God or higher power when we are subjected to these kind of difficulties. But here also something that we need to understand, Saumitrina Prishta Udara Buddhina. Prishta is asking, Udara Buddhina. Here, the Visheshana for Saumitrina is Udara Buddhina. Why? He is not judging anyone. And there is another backstory also. This can be read as Saumitrina, who is of Udara Buddhi, is asking, or um, son of Sumitra, who is Udara Buddhi, is asking. This can be interpreted in two ways. And why? Because when Rama has to go to Vanavasa first time, when he has to go to Vanavasa, Sita accompanies him, right? Sita as a wife accompanies him, but there was no need for Lakshmana to accompany him. Like I said, Rama was Kausalya's son and Lakshmana is Sumitra's son. There was no such conditions that Kaikeyi had that Lakshmana should also go to Vanavasa. Why did he follow him? That was his Sodara Prema or his attachment to Rama. And he left, even though it was not Rama's part also. Rama also need not do, he did not promise Kaikeyi. It was Dasharatha. To keep up his father's promise, Rama went to Vanavasa. And to accompany his brothers, Lakshmana also went to Vanavasa. So here, when we are talking about Lakshmana, he could give up anything for the person that he adored the most, the person who held in high regards. And that is Udara Buddhi, large hearted, large minded. Here, this was the meaning of the first interpretation. But the second interpretation is son of large hearted Sumitra. Obviously, when Rama has made a decision to keep up his father's promise and therefore he is going for Vanavasa, Kausalya understands that as a son, and what kind of son he is. He is Rama. He is Dharmanishta. So therefore, she understands Rama. So she can allow him. Obviously, she cannot refrain him from going when he has already decided so. So that is there. But Sumitra could have stopped Lakshmana from going, right? Sumitra could have said that there is no need for you to go. Why are you going? In the context of Balakanda, we can see that all three of the queens, Kausalya, Sumitra, and then Kaikeyi, do not treat the princess as, oh, he's my son, this is somebody else's son. No, they're all princes. In fact, it is always said, always narrated that all three queens adored Rama. They adored him he's their own son. Even Sumitra and Kaikeyi. There is a shloka also, Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. This Rama is what Kausalya called him. Ramabhadra is what Sumitra called him. Ramachandra is what Kaikeyi called him, because she whenever she used to see Rama, she used to feel that he is like that whole full moon. Raka Chandra Kana, it is explained in Nama Ramayana also. Raka Chandra, see Ratri, the full moon, as it shines on a dark night, his face was like that, it seems. So she used to call him as Ramachandra. So they were all filled with Matravatsalya for all the princes. So they never differentiated between them. It was a movement of Kaikeyi, that it had to happen, it was destined to happen, because Rama's Avtara did not take place just because he can stay in Ayodhya. No, the purpose of Rama's Avtara is to defeat Ravana, is to destroy Ravana. Therefore, he has to go to Vanavasa. So we cannot judge Kaikeyi saying that, oh, what she did was wrong. No. That is the point, that non-judgment has to be there. So, Saumitrina Prishta Udara Buddhina, here, Sumitra also did not stop Lakshmana from going with Rama, because she did not feel that, oh, my son is Lakshmana and he should not go. She was just as sad that Rama too is leaving. In fact, she was happy that Lakshmana is accompanying his brother. So therefore, Udara Buddhi, Sumitra's son, Saumitrina Prishta Udara Buddhina, he asked. What did he ask? He asked the nature of sufferings. Why we are thinking about a higher power when there are sufferings? So then Rama, this is usually prevalent in all our scriptures. Whenever an answer is given, it is not a direct answer. We never get a direct answer from a guru. We have to think. We have to get our answer from whatever he is giving us. The Upadesha is very profound. It is filled with insights, and we have to get the answer out of it. So how do they deliver it? It is through stories. So in this, what did Rama do? Rama tried to explain the nature, that the Adhyatma, that he tried to explain the nature of human sufferings through katha, through different katha. What kind of katha? Not some made up stories, no, of Puratana kathas, something that has happened, of the ancestors, of great kings who were there before him. So, Rama kathaf praha puratani shubhaha. So, what did Rama do? Ancient stories. Ancient stories, he would narrate to Lakshmana, to explain to Lakshmana what is the nature of destiny. And he would be gracious in that. He is also not judging. Rama is also not judging. He understands very well that Lakshmana is also going through. Rama also has to go through a lot, because he fought for Sita. He went across a continent to get her back, and then now he has to exile her. He is also going through something. But this sufferings, how does it happen and how does it affect us? When Lakshmana is asking, he knows what is the context, why Lakshmana is asking that. So he is not giving a direct answer, rather he is diverting the mind to get indulge in the thoughts. If I give you a direct answer, you would not be convinced about it, because it's not an answer that you have got on your own. So what Rama does, he gives a story. That story will make us think, how is this related to what I'm asking? And then when I get the answer, I'll appreciate the answer very well. So always we need to make sure that the seeker is clear and he values the answer. Otherwise, he will not apply it in his routinely life. So Ramah Katha Praha Puratani Shubhaha Rajnah Pramattasya Nrigasya Shapataha. Among those kathas that has been told to Saumitrina, one such story is that of Raja Nriga. Raja Nriga also comes in Bhāgavata, where the Shapa Vimochana happens in Krishna Avatara. Here, Rama is telling this King Nriga gets a Shapa, from whom Dvijasya. Dvija is somebody who is twice born. Here, the reference is to Brahmins. So the story goes like this. King Nriga is a very just king, a very popular king, and he is also dharmanishta, you can say. He follows all the rules. He is very ethical. He is very honest. It so happens that whenever there is good occasions, when there is festivals and all those things, he gives dana to Brahmins, and the dana is that of Godana. So he donates cows to Brahmins. Brahmins are twice born. Usually what happens, it is a taken notion that all our acharyas dictate that the person when he is born, he is a Shudra. It doesn't matter who your father is, etc. That doesn't matter. Lineage does not matter at all. Everybody is born as a Shudra. When they decide what kind of sampradaya, what is their what do they want to seek? Do they want to seek jnana? Do they want to be a kshatriya? Do they want to be a vaishya? They get to decide. These are samskaras. So when they decide what kind of samskaras they are going to adopt, then for Brahmana there is yajnopavita dharana. For For Kshatriya, it is Gurukulas. You Shastrabhyasa, you have to get Shastrabhyasa from a guru. And for a Vaishya, he has to join the business that has been happening, become a trader. He has to start traveling, Vanik. So they all have these samskaras that differentiates them from what they are seeking. So everybody is born as a Shudra, and when they decide which kind of samskara, what is their purpose in life, then they are termed as Brahmana, Kshatriya, and then Vaishya. So here Dvija are all three people, but here the specification is to a Brahmin, because Nriga used to donate cows to Brahmins. So this Dvijasya Shapaha. This was the Brahmins. It so happened that Nriga used to donate 100 cows to Brahmins. At that point of time, once what happened was he had donated it. He had donated a cow to a Brahmin, but that cow, what happened after he donated, the Brahmin took the cow home, but the cow escaped from that Brahmin's home and then came back and joined the herd. That is Nriga's herd, that cattle herd. And then by mistake, what he did, he donated that cow once again to another Brahmin. And at that point of time, what happened was the first Brahmin came, and then he called this cow, and that cow went to him. So what happened was one cow was donated to two Brahmins. Both the Brahmins got angry. So Brahmanas, what happened is, we usually have to understand the ethics of this. You cannot donate anything that isn't yours. Once Raja Nriga donated the cow to a Brahmana, that cow belonged to the Brahmana. Him donating the same cow to another Brahmana, it means that he has taken that somebody else's cow and he's donating it, which is equivalent to stealing. So ethics are complicated. So when this situation arises, both the Brahmanas, they get extremely angry that a king, he is not a normal king. Like I said, he's a just king. He knows every shastras. He's a well-read person. Him doing such an ignorant mistake, such an inadvertent mistake, it was not within his control. But as a king, he should have taken more measures so that the cow does not mix up, the cow which came back from the first Brahmana, that does not mix up with the other herd. He should have taken some measure for that. But as a king, if you're not able to do such small things also, then it is your fault. But not directly. Obviously, a king would never go personally and then he would look after the cows, right? So it is not directly his fault. Nonetheless, the two Brahmanas curse Raja Nriga. They say you would become a Tiryaktva. Tiryaktvam is Tiryakta is chameleon. Tiryaktvam is the one, the aspect of that chameleon where they change their colors, right? Lizard kind of a quality. Tiryaktvam. So that Tiryaktvam, he becomes, they curse him to get that Tiryaktva. That he will turn into a chameleon. And he accepts it. He accepts it. Why? Because Gahana Karmano Gatihi. As Krishna puts it in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the 4th chapter, I think the 18th shloka, Gahana Karmano Gatihi. The three kind of karmas, karma, karma and vikarma, one can control it only till it has been performed. How that karma takes course, takes a different form, it is not within our control. That is the reason Gahana Karmano Gatihi. We have no idea how it goes. Here, the karma that Raja Nriga has done, that is donating the same cow once again, that was up to him. But then what is the consequence of that? It broke certain rules. It broke certain rules. Both Brahmanas fought, which was because of this. So there are consequences to actions, and we can control actions but not their consequences. This is karma mimamsa. Law of karma is like that. So therefore, when Nriga, I told you, he is an extremely well-read, scholarly king he is. So when he understands that the consequences of his actions were profound, therefore he accepts the curse given by these two Brahmins that he will get tiryaktva, that is, he will become a chameleon. And then when the Brahmanas realize that it wasn't the king's fault, direct fault wasn't there, they say that you will get the opportunity to get Shapa Vimochana from Bhagavanta himself when he comes in Krishna's avatara. So this Rajnyav Pramattasya Nrigasya Shapataha, he told the story of Raja Nriga, who due to his Pramattasya inadvertently, ignorantly, not purposefully, okay, who got a Shapa for because he was a Pramatta. From whom? From Dvijasya. What kind of Shapa? Tiryaktvam. That he said, Atha aha Raghava. Athaha Raghava. So this story, Raghava, that is Ramachandra, narrated among one of many stories that Rama tries to tell Lakshmana. This is one of the stories where even though there is no direct fault of Nriga, he accepted the consequences. So karma cannot be controlled in any way. That he wanted to say, because there was also one question: what did Sita do to deserve all these things? Sita did not do anything wrong. The karmana gati, we have no idea where it goes, how it goes. The course of karma knows its own thing. What we have to do is, whatever is the karma and however they come, we have to accept it. This is one of the stories that Ramachandra tells to Udara Buddhi Saumitrana. Again, Udara Buddhi is very important because we know what the story has happened. So there is already judgment that that something wrong had happened to the treatment that is given to Sita is unfair. Why didn't anybody stop it? Why did she accept it? And that is also there. When Rama said, escort her to Vanavasa, you will not find Sita saying anything. Because Sita understands that he is acting as a king, not as a husband. So that is also there. Here, Udara Buddhi refers to that one nature where we cannot judge anyone. We make sure that we do not judge anyone, but there is a saying that 85% of the people only judge. Therefore, we have less thinkers. Once we start thinking, we will get our answers. So this is the Bhāvārtha of the second verse. Astu. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः प्रतिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीमहीषा गोब्राह्मणेभ्यो शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि। धन्यवाद।